Do you have enough iodine? Have you experienced any of these? Swelling in the front of the neck, it's called goiter, maybe unexpected weight gain, colder than usual, maybe heavy or irregular menstrual periods, hair loss, fatigue, weakness, dry flaky skin. What about not able to learn or remember things as easily? Iodine is an essential non-metallic mineral needed for proper development and growth. It is present in most soils, we'll talk about some areas where it's not, and absorbed by plants, which are in turn ingested by humans and animals. The thyroid gland is home to the body's largest iodine stores. It requires the mineral iodine to actually synthesize the hormones that the thyroid secretes. That's why an iodine deficiency can lead to what we call goiter, which is an enlarged thyroid, and lots of the other symptoms that I just mentioned. Unfortunately, about a third of the people worldwide are at risk of iodine deficiency. Let's talk about those at the highest risk: pregnant and nursing women. It can impede iodine deficiency can impede fetal and child development. In fact, this prenatal deficiency is the most common cause of preventable brain damage worldwide. People who live in countries where there is very little iodine in the soil, remember how I mentioned it's present in most soils? Well, not in South Asia, Southeast Asia, New Zealand, and European countries. Also at high risk are those people who follow a vegetarian or vegan diet. Okay, so how much do we need? You need to take about 150 micrograms per day, and that should be good for really like 98% of the people. But if you are pregnant, you need around 220. If you're nursing, then you need 290 micrograms daily. So keep that in mind. Also, what foods are excellent sources of iodine? I would actually probably avoid not use iodized salt. I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But seaweed, one whole sheet of dried seaweed, that has a lot of the recommended daily intake. And cod, how about 3 ounces of that? That has 66%. Yeah, 1 cup of plain yogurt has 50%. 3 ounces of shrimp, 23%. 1 large egg is 16%. Just have a couple eggs. How about canned tuna? 3 ounces is 11%. Dried prunes is 9%. That's 5 prunes. And, lots of your seafood is going to have the iodine in it. If you're diagnosed with goiter, a simple test you can do to see if you need iodine is use a bottle of liquid iodine, and you're going to paint 2-inch square on your abdomen. And if after 20 minutes it's all absorbed, there's no stain, it's like it never was there, then your body obviously is iodine deficient. If there is a stain, it's yellow or orange, then you're fine. But I'd try again like each day, because more than likely if you've got this goiter, enlarged, thyroid, then you're going to need iodine. So paint that like once a day until it does start to stain. And it may take only a few days, or it could take a few weeks, unfortunately, for that to happen. An iodine deficiency can also be from environmental factors like chemical pollutants added intentionally to our lives. So fluoride, toothpaste, Also some water. I know for sure some bottled water has fluoride in it as well. And also chlorine in tap water. They make it like impossible for the thyroid gland to get iodine it needs. Okay, caution, definitely don't want you to get too much iodine. And that's why I also was saying not to use iodized salt anymore. I mean, besides the fact of the sodium part of it, a lot of people are going to sea salt. There's the bleaching, there's other factors as far as iodized salts that I just wouldn't recommend using it. And really, there's so many other options. Most people get enough iodine, but just if you see yourself experiencing some of these symptoms, like I mentioned, I would definitely try this out. And also recommend a good water filter for your household water supply and your shower. Thanks again, Diana Decker, doing natural living exploration. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk more later.